Get in, nerds. We are playing Burden of Command. It's been a minute, so I'm gonna need to. I've been looking over things, and yeah, I think our priorities are to get the enemy machine guns suppressed and keep them that way. And I think the tool we're going to use to accomplish that is our armor. Um, to start, we got an MG up here, an MG up here, and an MG over here. This MG is kind of right within our range. They do have a chance of actually hitting me back and destroying me because this is a heavy MG, but I don't think that's necessarily going to be a problem. And doing some suppression on this squad is going to be very worth it. So we'll start. Actually, though, I want to start with Stern, because I need to get him rallied. And unfortunately, that's going to mean that I'm going to have to do the rest of my heavy weapons work with Captain Murphy. So we'll do that.
We are not going to die here.
Well, here's hoping. Alright, so I'm going to take command of this 50 cal with Captain Murphy. If I shoot here, it's kind of even, but if I shoot here, that's looking a lot better for me. So I'm going to take a shot at this here enemy MG. Won the initiative. Very good. They have suffered some suppression. Excellent. And they're down to suppression, so that's good. All of these are showing an MG icon, which is interesting. Wonder what that's about. But as long as this unit's activated, let's take a shot at another one of these units, just to deal some extra suppression. As long as we're over here.
Fire!
You become undaunted. Alright, so that unit's probably got a commander in it. Other MGs. I've got my 50 cal over here, which appears unspotted, but I don't know that it necessarily is in truth. If I take command of them, can't shoot this MG, but I can shoot these other units. With that said, I think I'll keep them where they are for now. And in terms of other work, I think our primary... I want to throw some support down. I don't have smoke rounds at the moment, which is a shame, but it is what it is. So let's throw some heat on this enemy MG. Net suppression is 5. Let's see if it works. They're undaunted. Shame! Alright, well, we also dealt some suppression to a bunch of other units, so that feels pretty good. Now the question is, can I throw support from that mortar again? I can. So let's hit this unit as well. Nope. Not that button. Beautiful. Bonked. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Who are you, sir? You're a Panzerschreck. I don't like that. That's potentially a problem. But you're pretty heavily suppressed right now, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. That's all I want to do with... I could take command of this unit as well. But I want to keep them covering this area to make sure the enemy can't advance. So we'll leave them be for the moment. And we'll see what the enemy does. Okay, alright. Cool. Get shot with a tank, idiot. Okay, alright. So their MG's shooting my MG. Seems like I might not be able to shoot back with that unit on account of range. So I'm going to have to do that work with the tank. Yeah, seems that way, unfortunately. That's alright. I will shoot at that unit with my tank, in fact. So how do I want to... Yeah, let's get them a little bit forward. This is my priority. Because mission objectives, if I can get one tank dug in, I'm alright. That'll net me a minor victory, and then I can bail out of this fucking suicide mission. Let me just make sure that this offers a clean shot, which it does. That this spot offers a shot, and the spot does indeed offer a shot. So we'll move forward. Now the question is, do I shoot now? Wow, that's not a great shot from there. Nevertheless, I think it's the right call to get started on suppressing this unit, so we'll do it.
Can't see shit.
Yeah. Now this squad can't, this tank can't shoot again. I'm just gonna hike them forward a little bit and then turn them to face the enemy. Oop. Turn them to face the enemy. And that'll put us in position next turn. Now with our other tank, I am going to, let me see. So this is net 4 suppression, but if I bolster, that's net 11 suppression. I'm going to sit this German MG down. Undaunted. Golly. Alright, I think our best bet in terms of this tank is going to be to get forward into the ravine. Let's stay in vehicle. Well, yeah, stay in the vehicle, obviously. Oh, weird. Okay, so he's used orders already, and that means that this tank cannot move because he is attached to that tank at the hip. Alright, we got this MG suppressed. This MG's out of shots. So I think we can maybe do some risky creeping forward. Because I want to be able to get a unit adjacent to this Sherman as soon as I can. So, let me see. How do I want to handle this? Well, in any case, my tanks are complete for this turn. Armored action for the turn is over. Alright, so they rallied, which is good and bad. For one thing, it means... Oh, they can't shoot again because this guy doesn't have any action points. That's okay. Now, if I take command of this unit, can I... No, because they don't have the range. Alright, that's alright. If I take command of this unit, though... Really? Does this 50 cal also not have the range? Yeah, max weapon range 16. Golly. Kind of want to move them forward. It's risky, but again, this unit's out of shots. So I think getting them forward is probably the right call. We've got very good coverage of this area here. If we move to, of really a lot of the battlefield, if we move to here, how much coverage will we have? Mostly this, and I think I can live with that. So, we'll take command. Oh gosh, they can only go one. Oh, that's awful. That's okay. It is what it is. Alright, still hidden. Beautiful. So, the real question is, who does the honors? And I think the answer is this unit does. Now this is one of Lieutenant Rao's squads. We've got his units here, here, and here. So let's go ahead and... Before we do this, what can see me from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lots of enemy units, including this MG back here. So this is a big risk, but if we can stay hidden, we should be alright. Incoming. I don't like the sound of that. Huh. Enemy artillery. Interesting. We've remained hidden, which is very good. I think with this unit, we're going to creep forward to here. This unit's going to stay where they are. Just the squad, please. And then continue to creep to here. Alright. Hidden is hidden. Morale's looking good for all these units. None of them are tired. And I don't have anything extra to do with Lieutenant Rao, so that is going to be his go-around. Alright. Smiling Al, what you want to do?
Schnell, schnell! Wir gehen nach Hause. Hey, Kaugummi-Soldaten! Zack, zack!
Doing a lot of rallying back there. Really? Up on the hill? Interesting. Now, it doesn't say that I'll take a defeat if the enemy captures one of these objectives, so I'm not really worried about that. Let's go to Lieutenant Dearborn's units. I think I want to get this squad as far forward as I can. So we'll put them in the house. Still looking good. Now the question is, do I put them in the ravine or do I put them up here in cover? Let me see. This unit has a visual to all of this, but they won't if he goes down here. And then this unit, same deal. So once you're in the ravine, you're safe as long as you're not up here in the cover, which, you know, is what it is. This unit is spotted, however. So I think speed is of the essence. Keeping them in hard cover is good, but it's not perfect. It's not going to be completely sufficient. I think I'll keep them where they are for this turn. If they can stay hidden, that'll be very good. I'm going to put this squad forward a little bit. Keep as much as they can keep. In terms of movement points. Now this squad is not hidden. But I don't think there's anyone with an MG who can shoot at them, so I think if I can get them up into cover, they'll be alright. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Beautiful. Alright, so now we are doing okay. I think I want these units... Nah, their facing's alright for the moment. Slow and steady is going to win this race. Except for these guys. I actually want to move them forward. I'm going to get as far forward as they can to get up into a place where they can't be shot at so easily. Now this MG has got a nice clean shot at this enemy unit. So I'm going to take command of them with Captain Murphy and just pound away. They're undaunted. Really? Oh, what a curious circumstance. I'm going to shoot at these ones as well. I don't want anyone who's outside the enemy trenches to show their face. Really? They're undaunted as well. Gosh. What impressive action. So the one thing I could do is I could bolster this squad and really run them forward. Well, I would only be able to get them forward 1 hex. So let's take a quick look at visibility from this hex, because that's really our thing. Nope, we'd be in sight of the machine guns. So I'm not going to do that. Alright, so that's Dearborn's entire go. Last one is going to be Thompson. And we'll see. We'll see what the enemy does. Okay, enemy squad on the move over there.
Scheiße! Auf geht's, Frontsoldaten!
Huh. We got a few enemy squads moving. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if I creep this squad forward, I have a prayer at nailing this squad, but that would expose my position. It's a risk. It's a big risk. I think we're going to put this unit forward into... because we got equal cover here. I think we're going to creep all these units forward and not take any risks this turn. And then next turn, we might be in a better spot. Okay, we don't have a visual to that unit, so we can't shoot them. But that's good, because that means they don't have a visual to us either. And then finally, we'll creep this squad forward as well. Alright. Let's turn this squad south. They'll still be in the front face for these units. And then we'll leave them each with 1 action point to opportunity fire enemy units. Alright, and that is my turn. See what the enemy does.
Nicht verteilen!
Okay, heard a rally somewhere. Alright. Well, you do what you gotta do. Alright. Turn 9. Or turn 3. So this is the turn that I put a unit in this position here. I think we will... So the question is, do I go there immediately, or do I take shots? I think we take shots with Stern first. So if Stern gets shots on this launcher... Oh, that does not look good. I could hit them with a mortar shot. Or 2. Let me see. We got a German... What are you? You're a mortar. You're just a you're just an MG. And then they got a functioning MG over here that I can suppress with my own with my armor. So I'm going to direct that mortar fire with Captain Murphy. So I want 1 shot on this unit to throw some suppression downrange. They did not get undaunted this time, which is nice. And then I'm going to put the other shot over here on this fella. They got a bolster and they got undaunted. Dang. Did I cost them an action point? Doesn't seem like I did. But what does it look like if we shoot here? Still pretty bad. Not great. I'm going to have to use the tank. I can't take command of the tank this turn, but I can have them be my first squad. But that means I got to do all the rest of my initial suppression using my armor. This guy does have the ability to shoot over here, but that's going to be even odds. So the armor's going to be better. Does this tank have the range to shoot at this unit? They don't. These Shermans do not have the firepower I was really hoping they would have. If I bolster this tank, what does the shooting look like over here? Much better. Far superior. Get shot, idiot. still undaunted. Golly. At 11 net suppression, too. Gosh. Alright, and then with this tank, we're going to... I'm going to move forward a little bit, see if the shooting's better from a little bit closer. Line of sight tool, I can see from there. I got one shot, and then I move to the armor position.
You'll have to really work it over.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. All right, and then we get our armor here. One of your assigned tanks rumbles into its assigned position, but it is exposed. Your picked groups of men move up with entrenching tools. Other squads provide covering fire. The Germans form up across the way with Panzerfausts in hand. The mission, move a squad adjacent to each objective. The men hope the Germans are bad shots. Nice. All right. So yeah, so that's about what was expected here. I'm praying for Stern, but things could be better. This tank, I think... God, I don't want... Well, we got this machine gun fully suppressed. So that means we're clean for this turn. So I could move them into the ravine. Or I could use them for fire support more this turn. I think I'll use them more for fire support this turn. And then this... Because again, personally, I think I can take or leave this objective. This is a very high-risk mission, and I don't want to necessarily get up to any nonsense. So, let's go ahead and pass the leader turn, and we'll see what the Germans do. Okay. Well, I won the initiative shooting there, but it doesn't seem to have mattered all that much. Dang it.
Hello, Cottonbalers.
Ah. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, I was hoping that unit was going to stay hidden. Shame. That's okay. They've still got enough morale to get forward. So I think that's what we're going to do. So the question is, do I throw out a little bit more firepower? I'm going to use the tank for opportunity fire, because I think that's my primary role for that. So do I activate ROW and head straight in? I think the answer is yes. They can't. Gosh darn it. Their morale can't be this low. Unbelievable. Alright, so... let's grab Rao himself. That's so little. It's not ideal. Alright, I think it's going to be Rao's squad, so we're risking it here. In hopes of being rewarded with receipt of the biscuit. We'll bolster them.
Stand ready.
Oh, really? Alright, so that didn't do anything. Awesome. I love it. That's my favorite. Alright, so this squad will move here.
With me.
And into position to commence entrenching.
Hurry up.
Dang it. Alright, well, they got outfired real bad, but that's okay. I'm going to move this squad up here. And I think we will grab this 50 cal. And hopefully we'll just knock the stuffing out of... Actually, no, those guys can still shoot back. I want to knock the stuffing out of this unit.
Keep your heads down.
Should have done that first. It is what it is. This squad's got the ability to move back, and I think that's the best call. That way they'll be in a good position to be rallied next turn. This 50 can shoot again. Attempt to shoot at this unit. Yeah, we'll shoot at that unit. That's a lot of net suppression there.
Fire!
Excellent. Flanked from above. I think exposed as well. That unit's going to have a real bad day. Are they in cover? They're not. Get out of here. Stop it. Stop being alive. Now, if I take command of this unit, net suppression there is very low, but I could shoot at some of these other units. I take command of this MG. On the other hand, this MG... Oh, Lieutenant Rao is still leading. Well, that's a thing that happens. All right. So we will end the lead around and see what the enemy does.
Mickey Mouse ist kaputt. Auf geht's, ihr Frontschweine.
There we go. That's what I was hoping for with that tank.
Sammeln. Das ist kein Austria.
Target!
Yeah, sit down. Heck out of here. Nice. All right, we're just covering that area. So now, if I want, I can take more shots with one of these rifle squads. I think this squad hasn't revealed themselves yet. I think if I bolster... I think I'm going to grab Thompson's squad and bolster. I grab this squad. Can they shoot? They can't. On the other hand, this MG... No, they can't. They can't reach there. Alright, alright, alright. So, what else? I've got 2 fully functioning MGs over here, but this one does not have coverage range of anything over here. I do have good coverage of this side of the board. That's right, because I wanted to move them forward, and I was not able to. I've achieved my positioning objectives in the north. I think I gotta take some more shots against this enemy unit here. Just to get them suppressed and so that they can't get up to anything. And I think I'm gonna do it with Thompson's squad here, but do I want to get Dearborn and his units moving? Let's take a quick look at coverage. This MG's cowering, so we're good to go from them. And this MG is out of shots. So I think if I get Dearborn's squads going forward, I should be good.
Get the BAR up here.
This unit can also shoot at both of these, which I'm extremely tempted to do. You know what? We'll activate this unit. No, first things first, Dearborn. Let's get down into the ravine. Hopefully this won't be a giant mistake. Alright, they are hidden. Very good. So anything comes near here, that unit will be able to pound them at least next turn. We'll get Dearborn down into the ravine. Keep going forward. Alright, and now he is hidden once again. And then finally this unit. I can't get them out of visual of the enemy, but I can put them in cover. So that's what I'm going to do. And then turn them around. Now, I got a lot of targets of opportunity over here. with this unit. I've only got 2 shots from them, so I need to be a little bit careful. But I want to put some hurt on these unsuppressed enemy units. Beautiful. And then, really, not fully suppressed yet. That's a shocker. And then we'll hit this unit. Because that's a high net suppression on account of that enemy unit is in the open. Finally with Captain... do I want to take command? No. I think I'll leave that... I think I'll leave moving that unit for Stern's turn. Alright. Your go, Jerry. Okay. Rally that machine gun. Not a shocker. Alright, so we're going to get this unit up into here. This spot. And that's going to give them a lot more coverage. And then I think with Stern, we'll just rally the unit we're currently standing on. Don't want to get too creative this turn. Don't have any additional support assets. So, that's all we're going to do this go-round. Alright, enemy unit moving up here. Don't like that. Alright, I gotta remember that there's a unit behind there. Round check, risk exposed fire. Fail it! Okay. Alright, that's a turn. Let's take... Are we in cover here? Yes, we're in solid cover here. The enemy is not in very solid cover at all here. Let's see if we can get them fully suppressed. They did shoot back. A little surprising. But I guess it is what it is. Why did this unit take suppression? That's not ideal. Alright, so we'll give the enemy a go for this one, and then we'll see what we need to do with Thompson. Alright, nothing for that turn. I took 1 suppression here. I'm going to have Thompson rally. I know that's a waste of commands, but I think it's worth it. Now, Captain Murphy... I think I might position a little bit closer. No, I'm going to leave him where he is. Lieutenant Rao will be able to rally this unit next turn. I'm not going to make a very high priority of it. This unit is... Ooh, actually... Please look towards the enemy. Thank you. I suppose I could take command of them and put them up here in the trenches. They're currently in the same level of cover, though. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good where we are. Alright, so that's mostly no actions. I could... No, I can't. Never mind. Alright. And no more actions from the Germans this turn. So that's a turn. Alright. Turn start event. We dug in. Not yet. Alright, well that is an episode, my nerds. That's all we got for now. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun. And I will see you on the other side.